sharper and more satisfying than the snap of a freshly conjured spell. A sound that could shame even the resounding crack of a severing charm. I would not hesitate to cross oceans on the back of a broom, robes snapping in the wind, if it meant arriving in Turkey to claim but a single tray of this confectionery sorcery.
Mirzade baklava.
This baklava possesses the strength of a Patronus, capable of banishing despair not through silver light, but through sweetness dripping upon the tongue like enchantment. Tell me, would you nibble cautiously like a raven claw savoring every flake? Or would you betray your hunger like a Gryffindor, casting a summoning charm to claim the entire platter for yourself? Observe the crusted's sheen, brighter than the philosopher's stone itself. A creation of butter and flame that even Dumbledore would admit surpasses wizardry. Do not imagine you may leave this chamber without subscribing. To disregard such indulgence would invite consequences more dreadful than an evening locked in my dungeon. Comment below, unless of course you have been struck down by a silencing charm. Perhaps the dessert itself has stolen the very words from your lips. I suspect even Hagrid would abandon his rock cakes forever if offered a single bite of this perfection. To subscribe now is not merely advisably, is imperative, for only then will you remain worthy of more enchantments such as these. The very scent of this baklava rises like amortentia, ensnaring the senses long before the first bite dares touch the lips. Even the sorting hat would falter, unable to decide whether to place this dessert in Gryffindor for its boldness, Ravenclaw for its complexity, Hufflepuff for its dedication, or Slytherin for its sheer cunning allure. These layers are stacked with more cunning than any plot devised by Slytherin House itself. The flow of honey is smoother than the casting of Expelliarmus by a practiced duelist. To fail to comment below is to betray your lack of taste and courage both.
Hilesiz, katkısız, en iyi, en dolgun kaymağı yapıyoruz. En önemli püf noktamız kullandığımız süt. %5-6'lara varan yağ oranı.
Okay, thank you very much. So for breakfast today, we have come to have kaymak, which is like a clotted cream. We are at a restaurant that is specializing in this particular dish, and what makes this restaurant really unique is the owner of this restaurant actually has...
To describe it is an act of futility. To taste it, inevitable surrender.
On my bread here and get some honey. Oh man, look at that golden honey. It's liquid gold.
Honey flows not as liquid, but as spellcraft, cloaking mortal senses with delight.
No, it's seriously good. So the first thing that hits your mouth is definitely the richness of that honey. It's not overly sweet, but it's very flavorful. And then the creaminess, almost like velvety, smooth texture of that kaymak in the middle. That is seriously good. That is dangerously good because this can't be good for you.
Were I to grade this dessert, it would break the very scale upon which Hogwarts examinations rest. The pistachios rest like jewels within treasure chests of pastry, guarded more fiercely than dragon horns.
Şunun tadını yiyen bilir. Aynen abi.
This baklava is the true elixir of life. For one bite revives the spirit more than centuries of Flamel's research. The crunch of each bite echoes like incantations whispered in the dead of night.
Bunu tek başına yer dediğin arkadaşına gönder.
Neydi bunlar? Damat tepsisi.
Damat tepsisi abi. Sana çok güzel bir tepsi yapacağım.
Bol fıstıklı. Antep mi Gaziantep mi?
Gaziantep. Antep hurması.
Usta fıstığın kilosu 60 ama ha. Ne kadar oldu?
2000 lira oldu abi. 2000.
Altınla yarışıyor. Yakında altınla aynı olur.
Şu an midye geliyor abi. Bir minik özel abi. Aynen.
Baklava Antep'in işi zaten. Ustam sanat yapıyorsun.
Nasıl? Güzel oldu değil mi?
Bitsin çok merak ettim. Fıstık kaymak. Bakar mısın şuraya?
Patates renk farkı bu abi.
Özel günlerde böyle tepsi yapıyorsun.
Özel günlerde, nişanlarda.
Damat tepsisi.
Damat tepsisi abi.
Diyetisyenler hep bunu öneriyor.
Kesinlikle abi.
Katmerci dayıyla bunu bulabilirler. Bak hele bunu yiyen hasta olmaz ha.
Kesinlikle.
Ustam sen ne yaptın ya böyle? Şuna bakar mısın? Herkese
Katmerci dayıya bekliyoruz.
Press the like button if you want more videos of me. Your Professor Snape is at your service. This is not goblet of fire, but the goblet of milk, cream, and butter.
Selamun alaikum. Welkom bij de Ramadan series. Dit is irmik helva.
Bismillah diyelim, dökelim. Haydi bismillah. Vişnelerimize kesinlikle gıda boyası yok. Onu da buradan söyleyeyim. Vişnenin kendi rengi. Birazcık reçetesinde biraz farklı şeyler var.
This, my dear students, is not a boxing sandbag, but a humongous ice.
Ya Allah ya bismillah.
ellerine kollarına sağlık.
Hadi afiyet olsun.
A slice of baklava contains more layers than even the restricted section of the Hogwarts library. To deny oneself this indulgence is to practice a brand of masochism beyond comprehension. Watch closely how the honey descends upon this pastry, more gracefully than any potion ever brewed in my classroom, shimmering as though liquid Felix Felicis itself had been poured over those treacherously flawless layers. A single morsel of baklava contains more intricacy than a year's worth of NWT-level essays. And yet it mocks the need for incantations or charms. Its magic is wrought only from patience, fire, and maddening perfection. Here lies alchemy perfected without a cauldron, a dessert so precise that even Nicholas Flamel would bow his head in reluctant admiration. This Turkish creation is incontrovertible proof that not all magic requires wands. Sometimes it is born of sugar, honey, and an artistry more potent than sorcery itself. I could lecture for hours on the art of potion making, but never could I replicate such precision, forged from mortal hands without spell or wand. A drizzle of syrup here could sweeten even the draught of living death. To call this food is an insult. It is enchantment incarnate. Each pastry is a prophecy fulfilled, a vision of perfection made manifest. Honey flows not as liquid, but as spellcraft, cloaking mortal senses with delight. Each layer is assembled with more precision than the strokes of runes upon ancient parchment. To consume this is to know true magic, more profound than wandwork itself. Subscribe now, or risk living a life deprived of such enchantments and existence I would not wish even upon my enemies.